Hey everyone. Okay, I figured I'd do a quick video of my latest Hooptie tractor haul. Definitely a bit interesting. First off, this machine here is a Craftsman 5-speed 44-inch cut, 18 horse Briggs opposed twin. Engine does turn, appears to have compression. Overall, it's not the nicest example of one of these machines. It's not terrible. The deck actually doesn't seem to be too bad at first glance. I have not checked the spindles or blades or anything along those lines, but from first glance, the deck doesn't look too bad. Back two tires are good. Front two are trash. So I think I might have a couple out back for the front, which is okay. The seats needs tape, but it's usable. This is not the big GT style, it's not the high-low, but it's the consumer grade GT style machine, but it's not a GT. It's not a GT because it's not a high-low, which is fine. Like I said, it's the consumer brand, but it does look like a GT. Next is this Craftsman Lte 4000. It's got a Kohler 15 horse, I think, in it. Back two tires are garbage. Front two are surprisingly good. Engine might be stuck. It might just be because of the belts. This one actually rolls fairly easy. The big one does not roll very nicely at all. The seat's about the same, but seat covers are reasonably cheap. Also, I use my duct tape trick most of the time when I fix seats. This one here does steer. Both of these would be first gen steering as far as I know. So that's this machine right here. Next, I saw these sitting off to the side. A couple wheelchair batteries just for the cores. They're probably no good, but knowing me, I will definitely put a multimeter on them and check them. And second to last, as just before we left, he said he had this engine here. He originally thought it was a 11 horse or 10 or 11 horse from a John Deere, but it turns out to be a 12 horse L-head. I paid 40 bucks for this engine. Running this engine is probably worth 150 to 200 bucks. So, and I do have all the parts to put this engine here back together from other machines I've had in the past. So this engine here was definitely worth to grab it. These engines are getting harder and harder to find. It does turn. It seems to have compression. I gotta remove the John Deere plate off it. Unfortunately, he didn't have the John Deere anymore. He actually had the hood from the John Deere, but he didn't have any of the other parts from the John Deere, or else I probably would have purchased it depending on the condition. And lastly, Snowblower. Originally, the silver tractor and the snowblower were in the pictures on the ad for this haul. Once I got out there and realized it was a hoarder situation and the guy's basically trying to clean up the property and get rid of everything, I asked about the other Craftsman. So I saw it sitting off to the side, and then he says, "Oh, I have other stuff." And as we're looking around the property, I found the batteries. So this here is supposed to be a Massey Ferguson snowblower. It was supposedly on the silver tractor. So my plan is to put it on the gray tractor. So the silver one has a deck. Hopefully the deck is good. Get front tires for that machine, get that machine up and running and sell it. And what I make on that machine should pay for my entire haul. Then I'll have the other machine. I'll be able to adapt this snowblower. The snowblower has already been adapted, so that the silver machine and the gray machine use the same setup. So I should be able to put this snowblower on the gray machine and sell it as a snowblowing tractor. The gray machine does need two back tires, which I do have, and the silver machine needs two front tires, which I may have. So I may end up having to buy a couple tires, not really too big of a deal. I'll just have to face that road whenever it does come along. So anyways, that's where we're at on this haul. I kind of mentioned it in another video. I believe that was already uploaded. So anyways, this does actually have a serial number right there. That's the information on it. I haven't even really looked at it, but feel free to look at it if you want to. But it's a probably 36-inch wide, no, smaller than that, probably about 30-inch wide snowblower. So probably about the width of the front end of that machine. So to somebody, it would actually be a halfway decent. The belts are here. They look okay, at least okay enough to run tests and see if everything works. I'm hoping the engagement on this uses the motor engagement. Since it was on that silver machine, all it has is the handle engagement for the deck. So that's how it should be engaged. So that's why I'm kind of thinking about that right now. So anyways, there we go, quick haul. I may have paid a little bit too much for everything, but as long as I can get that silver tractor up and running, it will pay for everything that I did end up purchasing. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.